Hello everyone, Father Walsh here for our Wednesday announcements. It's October 21st, and I want to say thank you to everyone who participated in the first annual Carbondale-Simpson Camino, which took place right here. It began right here in this beautiful park right behind the YMCA, and as you can see, we're this beautiful meditation garden that is dedicated to St. Jude. Last night I was down in Pittston celebrating the Novena of St. Jude, and Father Kevin is down there today. It's a 63rd annual Novena to St. Jude, so wanted to tie that in as well. We'll close these announcements with that little simple prayer to St. Jude. But we're here because it was a beautiful place to gather for the Camino, and we had, I think, close to 90 people participating. And I in particular want to thank our sponsors. The most important one was the event sponsor, Ruther Bowen. We're so grateful for their willingness to step up and be the main sponsor for the event. We also want to thank the Aguiar family, the Miller family, Price Insurance, Councilman Gerald Arnice, and Donna, and especially also we want to thank East Coast Specialties because they came up with a great t-shirt that everybody seemed to appreciate, and it was really a great day. We have some ideas for expansion of it next year already, maybe having some choirs singing some beautiful music at some of the stations, and maybe having food trucks in the parking lot next year, and some other ideas that will help continue to make it grow, but keeping the essence of it being somewhat of a pilgrimage and the experience of our three churches coming together as one. If you noticed that in the Catholic Light, our seminarian, Mike Boris, had a nice article on the National Vocation Awareness Week and his story. So I encourage you to read the Catholic Light and that story in particular. And Michael also has a weekly little message in the bulletin, and he does Social Media Mondays with Mike. I hope you're checking that out. And he also was the impetus behind us getting into a podcast. So we have another episode of the podcast coming up tomorrow. It will be released, and we're talking about missions, since we had the World Mission Sunday collection this past weekend, and it was very good. We want to thank both parishes for really showing some great support for that. Please remember that this coming weekend is the second collection for our mission co-op. It's going to be the IHM sisters who have a mission in the mountains of Peru. And please be generous to that, because that's a very particular mission that each year we have a different one in every parish throughout the diocese, and this happens to be ours this year, but we really want to be supportive of the IHMs. They have such a long history in Carbondale, and they do such great outreach in pastoral ministry all throughout our diocese and even around the world, as we know from Peru. We're going to be returning to the regular way of doing communion. I know that'll bring a round of applause. So all of the church's doors will be open. You could come in or out any of the doors. And we will not have to exit after receiving communion. I was in Pittston last night, really for the first time, celebrating Mass, where people are just coming to receive communion at the regular time, and it was so nice to sit and have that time of Thanksgiving after receiving communion. It just really felt like it was the right thing, the important thing for us to always do, to give thanks for the Eucharist. So we're going back to that this weekend, but please continue the important safety measures, wearing your mask, social distancing, not clustering after Mass, not congregational singing. So those are a few of the reminders as well. There's going to be a food drive with our religious education program for the leading up to Thanksgiving. There'll be more information about that in the bulletin. We will be able to safely get any food items that are donated, the non-perishables, to our local Catholic social services. And I know they will be greatly appreciative of the efforts that we make to try to help provide for some of the food for our local residents here in the Carbondale area. Also, remember that our All Souls Memorial Mass will be virtual this year. It's going to be filmed from Mount Carmel on All Souls Day, November 2nd at 6:30. We hope you can tune into that. And our appeal reps for the Diocesan Annual Appeal are going to speak to us mid-November, and they're going to once again just try to help us appreciate what importance there is to our annual appeal collection every year, and again particularly this year with so many needs that are out there. Lastly, thank you for all of the Sunday collections that you do. I know there's a lot of extra Sunday collections, and thank you for your generosity for them. Remember that there's a fried dough sale coming up to Our Lady of Mount Carmel. And thank you for tuning in. We'll just end with this prayer of St. Jude. Oh, holy St. Jude, help me when I feel hopeless and alone. Come to my aid in this great need and assist me in my troubles and sufferings, and particularly for the children battling cancer. Amen.